Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Admiral Cisco, right back at you. Last week I watched the infamous R. Scott Lemriel, the new kid on the block. Listened to an interview he gave with his girlfriend out of Thailand named Pbince. And once again, he made an interesting comment, which I took it more as a dig because he won't talk no further than that. But I want you guys to hear what he said, and I'm gonna give my 2-cent commentary because I'm just really trying to teach the audience, especially the ones that rarely watch my videos, about the cover up within the Exopolitics community and how motherfuckers like R. Scott knows what's going on and knows certain things and have absolutely no interest whatsoever in sharing it with the public. And this is what the problem is in the Exopolitics community. It speaks to the racism. You know, shout out to people like Corey Good. At least he's being honest with what he knows for the most part. He don't seem to have a problem discussing extraterrestrials that look like people like me. Anyway, I'm gonna let you hear what he had to say, and I'm gonna come back with my 2-cent commentary.
Fact of the matter is, nobody living on this earth is native to this planet either. No race evolved here on this planet out of some amoebas from 1 billion years ago, out of fish that learned to walk upright. That's all theory. There's no proof. Human beings in this state evolved out in the galaxy billions of years ago, not on Earth originally. So you're never going to find the missing link on this planet. No matter what anybody tells you, it's not here. You won't find it on this planet. People were brought here usually as slaves over many millions of years in different scenarios. Both good beings and different tyrants under treaty brought people here to mine, to do things, set up cultures. And the poles would flip and destroy everything cyclically, and then they'd all leave who could leave and leave slaves behind to procreate, unconscious, shut down, manipulated. So we have this population of people in all races living here who didn't originate here. Asian people didn't originate on this earth. Caucasian people didn't. African American people, what they call African American, are not native to this planet. None of us are as human beings. Why do you think this planet has so many different kinds of races in one atmosphere on one world? Does it really make sense that evolution and biology just mutated all these changes on this planet? No. The differences in human beings as we see them are characteristic of beings that live on many world systems where there's just Asian people, or just Caucasian people, or just black people, or blue people, or people with violet eyes or red eyes, or there's so many beings out there, it's quite amazing. Most of them are pretty neat, pretty kind, very evolved. Not all, but most. It's practical. People that think there's no bad ETs are delusional. They're just convincing themselves it's all good. The world as it is does not show that. It shows that we've had influences here, both good and bad, from beyond this world. If beings hadn't policed tyrants out in space all along, from space, bigger organizations of world systems, tyrants would have killed 3/4 of the population of this planet off through Hitler. They tried.
Okay, that was the end of the video clip that I wanted everybody to see. Basically, once again, R. Scott goes on, his play the fuck out, speech, because he tells that to Perry every time. Pbince, her first name is Perry, but her YouTube name is Pbince. Anyway, he gives her the same tired ass speech about, how tyrant races came here, enslaved everybody, did this, that, and the other, and how the earth poles flip every 100,000 years. He made a little comment saying that African American people, if that's what you call them, we're not even called that. And this is like the second or third video I done caught him saying that. He did a video with a woman on YouTube that was taking jabs at black people, and he claims that the black race are related to some black Satarian type people. But I'm just showing you this video clip to my viewing audience, letting you know that this is the shit that I'm talking about with the Exopolitics community. Every time, you know, it comes to our history, they want to hide the shit. You know, it's quite obvious. Most people that watch my channel, they know now that's what they're doing. But I get a lot of new people all the time asking questions. Well, this is why I be going in on them. Because when they have information, they don't want to share it. You know, as long as the extraterrestrials... Now, I'm talking about the humanoid looking ones. Not the ones that look like frogs, salamanders, polar bears, grasshoppers, etc. I ain't talking about them. But I'm talking about the ones that look human. Anytime they don't look like Caucasian Earth people, we don't get no history or no story about them. They look black. If they look Chinese, if they look Eastern Indian, if they look Filipino, we never hear anything. Not one thing about them. Not even Samoan. You know. But as long as they're white-skinned extraterrestrials and they look like white people, we get this full drawn-out description of who they are, where they come from, etc., etc. You know, for years, both Simon Parkes and Alice Collier has talked about how the Pleiadians were the only group that fought off the reptilians. That is total horseshit. According to Corey Goode, the reptilians never could beat the tall African Zulu-looking ones who they never, ever talk about. Corey Goode, by far, is the only person that's ever mentioned that one group in full detail, saying the reptilians never could beat them. And my personal theory is that's why so much hatred towards the black race on Earth, since they're the ones running the planet. They got their ass beat by the Galactic cousins of black people, and they're taking it out on the prisoners, we black people on this prison planet called Earth. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to see once again, R. Scott Lemriel shows his ass and has no desire to discuss the galactic origins of black people or other races. And I actually talked to him. I actually emailed him on his personal website, and he got an attitude with me. He wasn't interested in discussing where blacks come from. He said he knew where some of them came from, but not all of them. You know, he kind of insinuated that black people in America and black people from Africa had different galactic origins. That doesn't surprise me one bit, and that's a whole nother story to get off into, but he had no desire to talk about what star system, the actual name of the groups, the races, the planets, etc. So, you know what, R. Scott? Fuck you. And every time you talk about this and I catch you, I'm going to expose your ass. You make this personal. All you had to do was answer the fucking question. You chose not to. You chose to be an arrogant fucking prick about it. So, once again, and you say you're not part of the Exopolitics community, you have all their fucking traits, dude. So, lose me with that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is R. Scott Lemriel. He claims that all of Earth humanity can reclaim our hidden memories that the Alpha Draco used technology to block when they put us in these Earth bodies. He claimed that if we do this meditation called we supposed to get it back. The fuck out of here, dude. You full of shit. Anyway, Admiral Cisco signing off.